Okay, people. So, Girl is the second feature film from Adura Onashile. Uh, she directs and she writes. The film is produced by Kyra Barry, Rosie Crerar. It is executive produced by Jennifer Armitage, Kristen Irvin, Jim Reeve, and Eva Yates, and line produced by Anna Perkis. So Ria Alunja handles the music, Tasha Back cinematography, Stella Heath Keir edits the piece, Isabella Odofin is on casting duties. Production design is from Soria Gilani Vijan, with art direction from Laura Dunley and Christine Urquhart. Our costume design is Kirsty Halliday. Hair and makeup is Hazel D. Smith, Kate Morgan, and Maya Mann. So our cast: Grace is played by Déborah Lukumuena. Her daughter Amma is played by Lashante Bonsu. We then got Fiona, played by Leanna Turner. I think her mother is Mari, played by Caroline Deja. There is Lisa, the social work woman, played by Aisha Antonine. We've got Samuel, played by Danny Sapani. There is Miss Simple, the teacher, played by Jenny Keenan-Green. Ian, I think that's Grace's boss, played by Owen Whitlaw. Alan, played by Mark Cox. A younger version of Grace is played by Leal Tamaklu. Joe is played by Kai Bruce. And the gist of the story is this: 11-year-old Amma and her mother Grace take solace in the gentle but isolated world they obsessively create in their Glasgow flat. But Amma's thirst for life and her need to grow and develop challenges the rules of their insular world and gradually forces Grace to reckon with a past she struggles to forget. So yeah, that's the film, man. And this is, boy, this is a tough film. Like, it is wonderfully made. It really is, but it's heartbreaking, right? Because there's nothing out of malice, but there's just some tough things getting done in here, right? So Grace keeps them tucked away, right? Grace just leaves to go to work. And as the film starts, Amma hasn't been to school for a while, but the social worker keeps on coming around. And the only way that will stop is if Amma goes back to school. But that's not going to be the end of it. You know what I mean? So Amma goes back to school, and, it's leave school. Her mum picks her up. She goes home, right? She doesn't go home on her own. She doesn't go to school on her own, right? That's the life. But when her mum goes to work, she sneaks out onto the balcony and watches the world with her binoculars. So one day she sees a fire, which then kind of has events that spiral out of control, which is kind of crazy. You'd never think that, right? So she's got a friend at school, this girl, Fiona. and that all stems out of the fire. And you can see how this friendship really changes Emma's world, just changes her world, you know, because all she's really known is her mum, right? And her mum tells her stories, right, of why they're best friends and they'll always be best friends, which is a tough thing, right? Because I've heard many people say it like, oh, my kid's my best friend, like, or my mom, my best friend. And you just be like, oh, that's not good. It's not good, right? Just because a little kid will take that verbatim, right? So then they feel other people can't be their best friends, right? People their own age can't be their best friend because their parents are best friend, you know? And I feel it sets this barrier, you know? And that's a difficult thing. Now, you love your kid, right? Tell them you love them. But I think telling them the best friend thing, it can be very harmful. And we see here that it creates these boundaries and these barriers, you know, that are hindering them both. Right. So when, as I said, she has Fiona as a friend, that is great. But it then has her life opened up. Right. And through that friendship, you can see the things that she's not being told. Right. Just simple things like deodorant, like periods, just these simple fucking things, right? And you can tell that Grace hasn't done it to be malicious, but she's dealing with shit, right? Which is a problem because her anxiety is being transferred to Amma. And the thing is, this is really well told. You believe their mother and daughter. You believe the friendships. You believe Amma and Fiona are friends. You buy the anxiety. You buy the fear. It is crazy. Like, I thought it was really good that the whole social worker component isn't sold as like evil. You know what I mean? Trying to rip a family apart. Because, you know, obviously there are horrendous social workers, right? The system is not the best at times, but you have people that care and want to keep these family units together. But there needs to be the conversation. Otherwise, everything is then out of their hands, right? So all of this is being told in such a great way. It's such a great way, but it is, oh, it is really tough in places and just heart-wrenching because it's so palpable, the emotions that you are getting from everyone, you know? Wonderful performances, really wonderful performances. And just as I said, a story very well told, you know, good use of camera work, the close-ups, the, you know, the panning shots, just everything like that. I mean, the music, I did like the music. Sometimes I felt a little bit loud, you know what I mean? Like, but I think that's just a taste thing, you know what I mean? I'm sure other people will be absolutely fine with it. So yeah, I feel it's a tough one, but it is definitely well worth the watch. You know, so if you missed it today at the Curzon, people, it will be playing again at 3 p.m. on Friday, the 6th of October, this time at the South Bank. It's in NFT3, and if that's a screen, I believe it is the one up top. That's a great screen. I love that screen, right? It's intimate, it's really nice. It's got a nice vibe to it. So yeah, if you missed it today, it's playing Friday the 6th. Okay. So yeah, I it's got picked up It's got distribution. So, hopefully this will appear, on like maybe Amazon Prime, Mobi, Tubi, one of them things. Because hopefully you will be able to see it if you miss it at the festival. But yes, people, Girl is definitely worth the watch, but be warned, it is it's an emotional roller coaster, people. But superb writing, superb cast, definitely worth seeing, people. Definitely worth seeing.